Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
You're about running through some of the issues and with this laptop per student or tablet per student, we know. Yet obi anyhow and we are not anti-government, just trying to say things. Yes, because yet we are saying assuming a certain pace of innovation, and to remain competitive, technologically, I think that you need to advance. So a ways of pushing people to that level is a way of doing some of these things. But I think that the past must always give us a clear pathway on our way forward. Because now Kofi make reference to RLG, a laptop supply to student. Who dear Kosi Okroma saying laptop no so a bit me carrying about 30 minutes now so. And as we speak, we should share laptop with your system. So you see, that mistake in the past, should usher us into the future and prepare us in a way. If we are rolling out a similar way, the mistakes that erupted from RLG, your friend is saying, deal, should usher it into a new pathway. And I've been free saying, come be a dream. And you have found a laptop 450 to be given to your friend is saying. 1.3, and there is no clear-cut way because the minister, when he appeared before Parliament, he himself how check tablet, as to whether they are going to pilot every region, or maybe they will select a school or whatever. They don't even know. And Oko schools, there are fundamental challenges these kids are going through, especially with the implementation of this free SHS and at the basic level, I don't even want to go there. You see, I always moot this argument. Nature argument. Mean nature is out. Nature and the breedy criminals. It's the kind of orientation, social orientation, cultural orientation, political orientation, lifestyle orientation, and they determine who the person becomes. So much time omunya our school. That is why the last time I was telling you, just imagine so what far back any team now what na teacher near and ODly introducing something because what laptop mono now they are more some programming. The other same that is what they come. That is why they are very, very cautious about acquiring in the early age, who takes care of that, because acquiring your foundation, writer, when nothing can change. That is why at the early level, as they are making sure that we do significant investment. Go to our schools at the basic level, Obi or secondary school when English one pass, maths one pass, science one pass. Now you find so mentality, the psyche. All they can say, Nippon only one for no dada, and all the teho. Any least provocation, you are a bit me up back classroom, and my country says, I am class, sometimes we train at that age. So what's your cry? You're very dangerous. What people don't know, it is better to beat a child than to solve Batiano. People don't know, you see, and cry they end up going into alcohol, drugs, and as I cry or ya cry. That's what uti tantan and uti I say when you use their part to describe them or psychologically dinachi and the obedruba been the peers even so who do secondary school obi compare bad just or no mensa. Do you know why? Because you can't to the teams and nitiabam and the okojirani panenim no kasa psychologically is hardly nim and of a lawyer. Just to feel confident. It is a yes, man. I feel confidence. Feel and always and always, to be able to say over to me and then the peers I be as a lawyer, either drug or maybe alcohol. I want to hear a best. So these things, are very, very important as a government. You spend the time at the basic level and ensure say you bet me I'm not that particular future. But then go to the villages. There are some of the schools and so boomer. And recently, yes, yes, and this is on Maya. Yatam Sika over 50-something million cut off past questions in us for chairman crowd. So you see, some of these things I am for, but you see, we need to get our priorities right. Now, no joy the documentary be about one thing. Yes, empty plate or whatever. So we have videos, Now we have the feeding pattern of students. That Kofika, Accra. your friends said the kind of nourishment ombenya nutrient on as for ombenya and the bit me abo mo school mo sua there. So at the end of the day a be rush even aduane die kra no you need to fight for survival. At the end of the day no what is the kind of orientation I man kra no exactly and aduane na odi no the health the impact in say akra na be dey sua there amasa bi ade na ko. So you see enya politics keke because your promises say you the nkra mo laptop enya miracle tuo sa na ye di miracle to ko roll out the free SHS and problems in gu yensam no ya nyina ya ka say free SHS no your constitutional framework taught it why say education at this level and no mind be a person advance you need education and you duru baby na say economy no agina na nice na say betimi roll out without hindrances biara we should roll the free SHS. Akuffo Addo he made that promise, but looking at the challenges that Ghana was going through, especially at the time of minor they declare bankrupt or minor a coming here into ayaka. Now basa will be free SHS without coming out with any way out. I said, a bit me pass a cost, a bit to some parents. And again, there are multi national companies or more chrome has or musica. Don't know who don't find any man. I had a sponsor. No mu who TV because government any plan be or planner. Look at a company like MTN. How many students and Munti adopted under free SHS policy? I am to me and show more. Look at Vodafone. How many kids and there are other corporations or more chrome government can give them certain tax incentive and tell them say okay you can adopt 10,000 free SHS students, pay their fees, and at the end of the day I am giving you tax incentive. Again, some of the parents are worthy enough say apart from so OT or one kasa na bad they can pay extra.
I can afford to said it.
Good. So you see, yeah, amamuono enya complex way biao. It's just common sense. So as I'm making say yeah this addition and subtraction free. Mo who say kakra na antema no mu mo na sabi. Yendi ahwehwe no kakra bi the government will be relieved and will be able to do this, but ya promise ya the baba and ya to agum wa. And then look at the state of our schools. What kind of kids are we breeding? It's not just that people going through the schools coming out with certificate, and that is the challenge that we have. We are breeding a lot of fake intellectuals, giving them certificate. At the end of the day when they come and or kasakura you know say school now passing the mu or then they pass it through the school because we are contra surrounded with problems. Do you know why people go to school? You see, and now make be say things like school, hospital, and security. Emma or mine enter, they provide third-party services. It is a bank catcher so mafa police for baby, mafa soldier for mafa where those things don't grow economy. Those things offer third-party services. For instance, the school is there, school and a profit-oriented organization. The school is there to train people, equip them with knowledge and skills so that when they come to the job market, they can perform. The hospital is there to provide health care to these people, so when they come to the job market, they will perform. The security is there to provide peace and making sure that peace and tranquility will prevail so that these people, when they come to the job market, they can perform. So you see, these three areas here, preparing people to come to the job market. When they come, what are they coming to do? So if you have a focus, that is why you set up industrialization. And as for the workforce, will get something going and production will go high. But you see, your school, and the universities, look at the disconnect between academia and the industrial world. People from the university, how are we preparing so they can transit into the industrial world and become competitive? Your school a distance away from where we are today. So I think that we need a holistic approach as a country. This is not something that can be left to the discretion of few people who think that they have political power and they will do this because that is what they did in the past. Abraham Napoleon as a forum did those policies in the buy, people said no, this is not the way to go because the challenge is now so a few days after, here we are. People are calling for the revision of the free SHS policy, and it's even external institutions who have realized that the kind of dividend we are supposed to get, but you market success by the number of people going through school, giving them certificate, and that is enough. The impact of the knowledge, nobody is considering. So at the end of the day, we are professors, doctors, and but the basic problems why we can solve. Look at our universities. The School of Science and Technology, basic power, are they able to provide their own electricity? Why can't we transform some of these institutions into places where deep research into producing something? That last time I care about the speed, railway system. It was a project started by a university. I upgrade here to a level where some of the countries have adopted there to where universities, research. making sure that we fund them. You can't blame the university because no funding is also going.
Exactly.
Because people are really
no research allowance cry.
That is the problem. So you see, sir, and politics, you know, time. That is why we need to go beyond the politics. I said we are by NDC MPP now we bokwa, we are bokwa, sir, we will not get the closure. But at the end of the day, it is the future of our kid and our stake. So I think that it's time I have certain your friends saying consensus be education, you know, dear, you find your NDC, you find your MPP. Because all other countries they don't do education with politics and for US and for me say the institutions and the machineries that run these things, you know, they are very sensitive area. So you can't leave it to the sole discretion of a politician who is just coming to spend 4 years. At the end of the day, you know, they will leave that thing in tatters and then they will go away. And me for we comment na po and make it about doom so. You see, I reflected how people we have entrusted political power into their hands and do not respect the people. Because I heard the tone, I know the casa, and someone now all kind of for you could see clearly that this is a guy who feels he's better than people, so he can just feel, and that arrogance, that fiber of arrogance in that guy, you know, is so amazing. So I was shocked when people were thinking that. Yeah, found out and running mate him. So me say, are you serious as a country? Because this is a guy who your father say when it comes to arrogance, young kasa nipa kasa, come and cry, nipa. He doesn't even know how to talk. Because isn't the fact that you're doom so problem? And the reasons it could be anything. All you have to do is to calm the people down and assure them. See, if people are asking for timetable, now and never juma, so produce timetable. Tell them you talk to the authorities, whatever. Because the reality is that Ghanaians are battling with doom so, and anonymity IPP CEO no Kasara. I say government cannot blame Omo because if they are owning them, they will shut down their plant. Because why is that government? Cheap source of power, hydro, no. Yeah, there are other African countries at a cheap, I think 14 cents per something. There are outsiders. And we are charging our people more because we are relying on other sources of power. So I know that we are government, now we are serious. These are some of the innovative ways you look at to ensure that you review the system. Say, the pressure on the ordinary Ghanaian, no. So better. But all talk about they have cheaper source of power. They have power is sustainable. But yeah, no, because independent power producers, they are not being paid, you know. And a challenge, and the only way I'm meeting a Kasama government is to shut down their plant, and that is exactly what is going on. So government must come clean, speak to the people. These are the real challenges because we were here recently when you told us, say power no, you're in excess, you who they find yet no be a sign take and pay. You know. So you have communicated sufficiently. Say power no, you're in excess. So what is the actual problem? Governance and no sunsumu. Politics if there is a challenge, speak to the people, communicate to them, let them know what is happening. But Akuffo said, Snipper didn't feel they are better than the rest of us. You see, these people were just walking on the fringes. Now they were until the average and the ordinary Ghanaian decided to entrust political power into their hands. And then Akuffo Addo before 2016 no, who's a police in Soja. But Ghana for the 2 million man, and today he works with the full list of police and military. Mahama quite recently was working with the same thing. He's an ordinary person, former president of Tinifie. What I say? So the power of the people, no, we need to respect. And anytime there the 2 million one side, you need to ensure that sa 2 million a super bamfa. So because whatever happens, you go home. But the legacy you leave behind. Why do we sit here always and talk about Kwame Nkrumah? Because he leave a legacy. Transcending beyond generation. The guy was a people into the future or projecting into the future. I think deep. These are the kind of leaders that we have. Leaders are riddled with arrogance. Kasai before monuma bakra airtime. Journalists nu bisan and sem now here Tony Chika as we said Minister of State. Clearly you see that these are old people with infantile orientation so far as politics is concerned. Because nobody is going to hold him accountable. As ever, who is holding anybody accountable? So that level of disrespect, between people we entrust because you're free say, oh, politics is about media hana. So we are not looking at the issues. We have invested too much emotions into politics, and I'm saying that we are not supposed to invest emotions. It is about the fact, the issues on the ground. Politics if don't sit there, don't keep quiet. Let us confront the issue, deal with them. Say challenges soon are on the side of government. Be bold enough, open up to people, but you prioritize it. You partisan value from assembly dance open to people and tell them say this is the real situation. Maybe if you open up and tell people say this is the challenge, at least give us some time, and then it will give the ordinary person the time to also plan the name and to say cost on at least plant Sabaya a cut off because this time it is going off. But this time, baby, I meant to say in a day, light need to me cut off 3 times. And I'm telling you, Kofi, I was telling you, my MacBook, I say, I want to make up because of this power outages. Yes. Yes.
So it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So we need to respect the people. Now, minister will be able to hold beside us. To talk phone and for money because you have the 2 years. And these are people I say running maintenance because governance, you know, you're free say you joke, you're free and you're serious thing because a serious thing are things that no such characters will not even come close because we've listened to him in the past. His reaction, our education ministry, and say anytime you have an opportunity to speak, then we do this NDC MPP comparison. Who cares? We are not voting. This time, no, you are not somebody on the campaign frame. Exactly. You have been given political power, solve the problem. This is not the time to be making references and away you say, what are you doing as a minister? I think they should shut up and fix their problems.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.